So here we are at the home of a very generous automotive enthusiast who I met through a close friend. And taking a look at his collection here, he has a few other vehicles, mostly American and British. There's 3 Jaguar E-types over there, a coupe and 2 roadsters. There's also 2 more downstairs. But for now I just wanted to focus on this XJ220, which kind of holds a special place in my heart. For some time in the early 90s, the 220 did have the world record for the world's fastest production car, approaching 220 miles per hour. Another thing you really have to take in with this vehicle is just the sheer dimensions of it, the length and the width of it. The owner imported this vehicle from an auction in Florida, and it can't get it plated to be used legally on the street. The dimensions are simply too vast. The vehicle is far too wide. Let's go on the side here. And there we go. Get a good look at the big titanium knockoff high-speed wheels there. And everyone remembers cars like these from the early Need for Speed games. But to see one in person is really something else. I've kind of waited my whole life for this moment. The owner's not here right now, but maybe next time we'll be able to hop in and start it up, let it wind away, and through the glass cover you can see the twin turbocharged Cosworth Rally racing engine, 6-cylinder, 550 horses. And you can't quite see them, but there's actually 2 turbine superchargers down there. And just the body itself, how long it is. Absolutely incredible. There's the taillights from a Rover 400. Bit of a parts car in some respects. Massive rear diffuser. Almost like a boat hull. And of course the very subtle side exhaust there. Truly something very special to behold. Nice touch there, polished door sill. Let's climb on in. Really not very not the most spacious car in the world, isn't it? Gives you an idea what the seat is like, very heavily bolstered. And you're just about lying down in this car when you sit in it. There's the notorious clutch pedal down there, which is extremely stiff. Good grief. I believe the owner mentioned earlier it's about 70 kilograms of pressure to just get that to the floor to change gear. Pretty basic instrument cluster there. And top speed 360 kilometers an hour. You have to be pretty brave to take a vehicle like this to its limit. The interior is a little underwhelming, but that's not what you pay for when you get a vehicle like this. Additional gauges on the side there. Battery charge, the turbine supercharger, boost pressure. Of course a clock in the top right. And about 12,500 kilometers on it. Pretty impressive. This is a very mint example, of which there's only 275 of these vehicles in the world. So it really is something special. And If visibility is kind of an important thing to you, I mean the blind spots in this are kind of something else. You can't see anything. Absolutely incredible. There's the keys hanging. Pretty tempting, pretty tempting. The owner isn't here right now. I think I'll resist the urge for the time being, but there they are. Just incredible. That's about all the room you get to open the door there. This is going to be pretty fun trying to get out. Good grief. I hit my head on the way out, that's good. Just incredible. Maybe a little hard to tell from the video, but the height of the vehicle is about up to my waist. And for those who are wondering, I mean, the vehicle first came out. Jaguar had originally had them listed for anywhere between about $350,000 to $650,000. I won't disclose how much the owner paid for this model. Some have appreciated in value, and others haven't been so lucky. This nice silver color is really great for showing off the lines of the vehicle. Beautiful, long, swooping LMP1 style body. And with the exception of the Ford GT, I do believe this is the widest production car ever made. Don't quote me on that, but it's definitely up there. All the lines remind me exactly of all the die-cast cars I had when I was a kid. What a thrill to see it in person. Of course the owner has all his, acoustic gear. And a nice little wine and scotch bar over there. There's a nice red Ford Model T. Two more Jaguars. The three E-types, British Racing Green, a nice clay, both are roadsters. And then this very unique, which is my favorite, the coupe with the horizontal hatchback. Well, that's the first level. We'll head downstairs now and check out the second level of cars.